yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Now they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Throwing now on third and long. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. On fourth down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he'll finally be tracked down at the Bills' 34-yard line. It is a big run by Cook. 37 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on third and short. They do not get it done. Fourth down. Here's Allen. That's taken in. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter.
Bills 7, Titans nothing.
They face second down and 7. On the carry, it's Cook. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. One more time with Cook. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Cook. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th and
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This about as short as you can get. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. And this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's Cook. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. On 3rd and goal, here is Allen. And he'll take it on in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead. Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Tight.
On play action, Allen. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. From the gun, it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Buffalo.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Cook. And he'll get some of the penalty yardage back as he's taken down. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Ridley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Now, faking the give. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. You don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
And he's in! Touchdown, Buffalo. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Go check, 70 range, 70 range.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
Score Bills 27, Titans nothing.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Let's go now.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That is caught. He got Godwin. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tennessee. Sly's extra point up and good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Justice Hill to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Alert! Stay tight.
To throw is Allen. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack. This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
They're going on 4th down. Allen. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl. And the Bills are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
What's that?
Play action. It's Allen. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's a 2nd and 6. They run out of the gun. It's Cook.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will score again. Touchdown, Bills. 3 touchdowns for him, numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one downfield for Okonkwo.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
That is brought in. And he'll be taken down at the 30. Back to the air one more time. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A run out of the gun with Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run with Cook. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired.